Hey everybody, how's everybody doing? And now we only have zero. Haha. We had three.
Hey,
Now
how
there's only
you
zero.
doing today? How you doing today?
Me, I am very at ease right now. I'm had a very long, not long. I should say I just had a lot of. I was just away for like I would say last day and a half, I guess, or whatever.
Hmm.
Just out having fun. Just got away from YouTube for a little bit, and
Yeah, good.
yeah, no, I was even, I was like, should I? I didn't know if I wanted to do it live today either, but then I was like,
Yeah.
no, I it's like it's like I said before. It's like I said I was gonna do these, and
Mm.
like his, you know, like even when he doesn't want to do them, he still does them. So, and I'm still gonna do them. It's just that I don't know. I was like, oh, I was having so much fun, and then, but I was like, you know what? Nah, I gotta do it. I gotta do it. So I'm doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I mean, like I said to you over the email, just set a time and the day, and then we can announce it every weekday, and that
Oh
way
yeah,
people
yeah.
will start get used to it. So
Yeah.
people will start coming.
I do want to make it like you said. You're correct, and I did want to. I wanted to. The thing is that I wanted to talk to you guys. But yeah, I just you know I couldn't say no. I was invited out and stuff like that, so it was fun.
Mm.
And so yeah, but yeah, like you know, I want to start being a little bit more consistent with it. But at the same time, I'm also not 100% consistent with it because I know a lot of the content that I'm doing right now is like is more like related to the people that I'm gonna have on. So
Yeah.
I wanna accommodate them when they come on.
Mm.
Like you know, like my pal, the professor last week.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to accommodate him because
Hmm.
I wanted to give him incentive to come on and you know like and have fun with us. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was quite a good. It was quite good for your first time. You did really well.
Well,
You know.
that's just me. Like you know, like I'm not like you
Mm.
know, I wasn't putting on. I didn't prepare anything. That's just me. You know, like when I'm really
Mm.
interested, you know, like getting to knowing somebody, I
Hmm.
usually have very thoughtful and you know
Mm.
deep conversations. You know what I mean? And so you know, I knew I was gonna have a good conversation with him because I was excited to get to know him, and that was
Hmm.
fun. That was fun. That's why like I do want to focus on making video content because I know that's how I'm gonna collect more subs
Hmm.
in the long run, and I have been working on trying to get that so I could get the technology so I could do those types of videos. But
Hmm.
this is the way I did the interview with Professor Crack is the way I kind of want to do the interviews almost all the time. You know, like it's just be me. You know, I will say that I do want to clean up my speech patterns and stuff like that, but that has a lot to do with that has a lot to do with me being overexcited when I'm throwing out a bunch of likes when I'm saying like a lot
Hmm.
it's when my excitement level is up when I'm in control of myself and everything and things are not you know like I'm not all the way up here then I won't do so many of those what do they call them speech crutches is that what it's called it's a speech crutch
Yeah,
um
yeah.
but you know what I
Let
mean.
me, yeah, I mean, let me cut in here. Speech has nothing to do with anything because
Oh,
this is something entirely new to
hey
you,
Peck.
and because it's new to you, it will take its time for you to get there. I mean, look at when Haziah started his Saturday show. Look at the very beginning of it, and then look at where he is now. So he's moved, so he's grown. So it always takes time. I remember
Well,
when
yeah.
I had to do my very first speech, when I had to do my very first conference. I was scared as hell. But as the time passed, I got more and more used to it.
Oh yeah. Well, I think. For me, for me, it's I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable, like having my thoughts out there, or speaking my mind at any moment. Like I'm okay with that,
Mm,
and I'm also okay
mhm,
with speaking in front of crowds because like I grew. Put it this way, I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. Not that I was
mhm,
into that. Not that I was into the religion, but when you're a kid, you do things because you want to make your parents, like happy, right? And
yeah.
a lot of the stuff that I did, when I was a kid to make them happy was a lot of those, a lot of the stuff that, they would say, oh, look at this kid, he's out there preaching and stuff like that. I didn't, like it didn't make any sense to me, and I wasn't really
Mhm,
preaching because I had some sort of like, real like thought that I had a mission for God or something, like it was just
mhm,
me trying to please my parents. That's all it was. But
yeah. Yeah.
I got used to that. I got used to like, being around people and having conversations and stuff like that, and even you getting the feedback. So
Yeah.
I'm very comfortable. But there are things that I do to myself, like when
Mhm.
my hit my when because I'm the one thing I am too is also I'm very self critical. Like I'm always thinking about, oh, how did that sound, or what did I say about that? You know what I mean? Like, and when I get there is when I get into those spaces where I start stuttering and stuff like that. 'Cause I'm thinking to myself too much.
Mhm.
I'm not letting myself just go with it.
I mean, last week you did really well, especially when you came up with the subject of NFL. I mean, you two were flying, and I didn't have a clue what you guys were talking about because NFL is not really that big thing here,
Oh yeah, you
unless
guys.
the American fans.
Are you into cricket?
I am one day series though. Uh, I follow World Day series, but
Mm.
usually I just watch which teams are playing. I just pick one team
Yeah, yeah. You're
and
not. You're
then
not
and
a.
then
You
go
don't
with it.
follow a team.
No. I don't have a particular team that I follow. Well, same with the soccer. I mean, I watch most of the games, but if I have to choose within the World Cup, I support Germany.
Really? That's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. Well, otherwise, if there's a game, I will pick one team, somebody else will pick another team, and we'll just have a good laugh. There are certain.
Well, of course, over here, over here in California, we root for the Mexican team.
Of course, that's it. That goes without saying.
Yeah. Well, for me, I don't. I've never. I like. I'm not gonna say I don't like soccer because I watched the World Cup. I watched like
Hmm.
the America's Cups and stuff like that, and
Hmm.
but I just like I can only do so much, like I can only do the
Yeah.
tournaments, or like or when there's like about like 20 games like in the span of like 2 months. I could do that, but I can't
Mm.
do all the little leagues, like they got the Mexican league, and then you got the what is it, the Premier Leagues and stuff like that. Like I
Hmm.
can't do all that is just that's just like too much soccer. Like I have to
Mm.
consume soccer like in like leap years,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, as soon as you come here, you always end up getting into soccer. It took me a while trying to
Pay
get
me,
to understand the offside. And
really?
once I managed to get my head around the offside, then it became a lot more easier.
Well, that that
But
that, that must drive you crazy watching guys run outside and then come back in.
yeah, yeah, it used to be a lot of fun. Like within the UK, what you do is you will see people bring in salt and pepper and cigarettes or a lighter, and then they will go around trying to show you how it works. And once I'm watching, like when I'm watching cricket, people will ask me what's going on, and I'll explain them in a soccer way so that they understand.
Hmm. Well, I mean, I always explain cricket like baseball, but I guess soccer does. I don't know. Does that make sense? Hey, what's up, Florida
Yeah.
Wrangler? Nice to see you, man. Oh, you dropped 2 new videos. Are you gonna? You gonna go live later?
I saw the last one he just dropped just before your show. I watched that one.
Yeah, I didn't know he dropped another one. I know I think I had seen that he had put one out yesterday, or was it today? I'm not sure. I was like, I've been in and out of sleep.
Right, right. It's all fun because sometimes I get notification, other times I don't get the notifications. So as soon as I get notifications, then I'm at it.
Ah.
You know, like I just received a notification say that you're online. I just got it.
You know
So,
what's funny? And I don't know if it's because he's having problems right now. But I've
mhm,
been getting all of Artie corporate from Artie's corporate fictions. I've been getting all of his
mhm.
notifications like late. Like I'm talking about late. Like his live is over. He's not even on no
Mhm.
more. And then I get the notifications. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah, yeah, that happens with the YouTube. It happens like every 3 months or so. But Artie, he had a live, I think, a couple of days ago because his memory, the RAM in his computer, had some sort of a problem, so he had to get another one, and he's still having a problem with it. So I think he may send it out for repair.
Well, that's I gotta talk to him about that stuff because I finally got the approval to do Uber with my car. So
Excellent.
now I'm gonna be able to have another cash flow. I got my cash flow for my bills and everything, and with the
Hmm.
cash flow that I'm gonna get from the Uber, I'm gonna start
Yeah,
saving up to get myself a you know my PC or whatever, just to fix it up,
yeah,
because
yeah,
and that's exciting for me, man, because I thought I was gonna have to wait a lot longer, but by doing the Ubers, it's gonna be a lot less time. So
yeah,
it's soon
yeah.
I'll be like Wrangler over here grinding and throwing out like videos like he is. How's it coming along for you, man? You find it hard, or how you like the editing and stuff?
You're asking me because I don't upload anything.
No, no, I was asking Wrangler. As a matter of fact, here, do, 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 do. What happened to my thing?
Well, Jerry wants to find out that how you're finding it uploading your videos for that Wrangler.
Yeah, and if you want, I left the link right there, so you can, if you want to come out to the panel. If not, it's fine. It's up to you. But yeah, I'm just wondering how's it feel, But I think that you're starting to see your sub count go up, right? Because I know corrections he started putting out videos and his sub count went up like real quick. I could imagine yours has been going up fast.
Once you start getting into the swing of things, I mean, getting yourself a new computer, that will be a great idea. I don't know how it is now. In my days, back in the 90s, 2000,
Back in the
even up to 2000.
1900s.
No, that would be 1800s then.
Oh.
In the six in the 16th century, uh, we used to build our own computers. So buying a computer used to be more expensive than buying bits and pieces and making it yourself.
Hmm.
So I don't know what it is like now. But what I don't like is that the companies that make computers, they they have an interior software which doesn't allow you to change. For instance, if you want to change the memory, make it bigger,
Yeah.
then they will block it. But if you build it yourself, it can turn out to be cheaper. And good afternoon to Out There Associates. Good to have you back, sir. I saw that
Oh.
your message came up.
Oh. Me. I'm not gonna be doing ride Uber. I'm gonna be doing Uber Eats and DoorDash. I'm not gonna. It's not. It's not. regular Uber, the one where you take people. No, no, I learned my lesson on that one. No, no, no. Especially with like drunk drivers. No, my brother went through an experience that I would never want to go through. So yeah, I'm not gonna be doing the right one.
I
Welcome, Glitch Shadow.
yeah, Glitch Shadow, and we. I don't know the answer to your last question, Glitch Shadow. I'm the one that does all the talking side of things. I don't upload videos, and I just go and talk to people that do an amazing job. Compared to me, I'd be totally useless to that.
Okay. Who's who's Glitch Shadow?
Glitch Shadow is one of the ones that's in the chat.
Uh, yeah, I know, I see him, but I'm saying,
Mm.
what, like, is he in from his or she?
Uh, I don't know. That's why I just called the name just to be on a safe side. What I do know is I'm me. She's a female, and out there associates. He is now a proper man since he is now grown a proper beard. We talked about it earlier.
Is that what you need?
Well, you gotta have brothers here and there who go proper like beard, and like Mexicans who can't grow beard and a tash.
What
But
do you mean? I can.
there's only one particular Mexican I'm talking about. I
You
don't
talking
think
about
you
me?
know him. His name is Jerry. Yeah, his first name is Jerry. I don't know his full name.
I can grow a beard. I grow too much beard.
I will see it to believe it. How's that?
Oh, is that right, huh? You really want to go there, huh, P Barnes, huh?
Well, you asked me to show my face, and I was more than happy to show my face. You haven't shown yours yet, and depending on what kind of videos you want to make, you might not want to show your face. I mean, for the troll, on the other hand, we don't know what he looks like.
Oh, no,
So,
no.
and that's his best way of keeping himself safe. Jerry,
Wow, why'd you come in with that name? Hang on. Okay,
uh,
okay, okay. You calling me to the challenge? Hang on. Hang on. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Hang on.
yeah,
You
sure.
entertain the people. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, hopefully, we are trying our best to get Jerry into the swing of things. So every Sunday, this time will be the time when he would be doing the live shows, and he'll be bringing in different guests who do different things over frauditors, soft sets, and he has a pretty good background with regards to knowledge of things. I'm just a guy who watches videos, comment on bits and pieces, and normally do my Monday to Friday in the chat, which is fairly early, which is a good time for me because I live in Scotland. So America Eastern time is 5 hours behind us, but Jerry is obviously in LA, so that I believe is 7 hours, but I could be totally wrong on that one. Well, I initially had a different name, but I decided to change my name to P. Barnes the second, only because P. Barnes he's a legend. Captain Happy is our new legend after what he did with the LDOF by kicking people out, and it was a lot of fun. Uh, and hopefully, we'll continue to help Jerry to build his channel, bring people in so we can get him going, and hopefully it will go further than what he thinks that he's capable of doing. He's fairly good when it comes to technology, and he always brings me in because he knows that I can do the talking. I can talk for the world. So if you have any particular questions that you would like to ask, then I will do my best to answer those questions with regards to myself. Not that I'm anybody special, to be honest. but I do entertainment, but I am a therapist. So I answer questions which is to do with psychological, sociological problems. Uh, but I don't think Jerry's channel is that one. The way I'm looking at the chat is that chat is slightly slower on the screen than is on my laptop. I'll have a wee look and see what everybody's saying. Jerry said to entertain us, so put on a tutu on. Well, I could, but it's getting dark now. Our sunset is almost close by, and I haven't turned the lights on. So if I have to turn my lights on, then I will have to get up and take my headphones on. I'm still the old school, the USB cable in, because when I had my own business, so I had to get these expensive headphones for a while. Always the voice of reason, P. Barnes. I try my best. I try my best. If you will come out with me and have a few drinks, you will see an entirely different side of me. I then start getting one of those really strong Glaswegian accent. And there have been times where we have had Americans in our company, and they would look at us thinking that we are arguing. What we are doing is we just having a laugh, or what we call taking the piss out of each other. So I used to stop and then explain to them in American what we are really saying for the Americans to feel comfortable in our company. But Glasgow is the biggest city in Scotland with the total population of 700,000 people. And most of the Americans that come to Scotland, they stay in Glasgow because we have the best two universities within the United Kingdom. So the University of Glasgow and Strathclyde University. So our city is like in four pieces. So the west side of Glasgow, you will find all sorts of Americans from the south to Midwest to north. I haven't seen many Canadians, I have to admit, but I enjoy talking to the southern side of North America, who are amazing because I see that they don't talk, they kind of sing in a language which is always very amazing. Well, welcome to Sanka. Please don't blame me if I get your name wrong. Welcome. Welcome to the show. The host actually has just left me to do all the talking. I could easily start doing my ABC or 1, 2, 3, but I don't think that you're here to listen to that stuff. So, how's your afternoon been? Have you guys got any plans today, or any plans over today or tomorrow? Because it's almost evening time now here. So my girls are sitting next to me. They've been fed. I have two cats. They're a year old. Oh, I see. Me has written something.
Hey, hey.
Oh, hallelujah. Now you're cheating with that beard and a tash. That's not your face.
Why? You said.
Just look at the picture. You look at that picture, and your beard. This beard doesn't even look like a manly beard.
What are you talking about? It's all scruffy, and it's got the salt and pepper. What are you talking about, man? This is a traditional beard right here.
Well, you've seen my beard. I mean, that is a proper beard. Shanka has written, my dog has gotten in an accident. He went to the vet. Now waiting to see if he's okay. I really hope that he's okay.
I hope he's okay too.
Yeah, right. So you're from Europe. Yeah. So it's 8 p.m. here in the United Kingdom. So was it a bad accident or I mean, you don't have to tell us anything that you don't want to talk about. But I hope it works out. I hope it's not something serious. Oh, out there, associates, you have seen a Canadian. Do you see a Canadian in the UK? I mean, as in up north, or are you talking about England? Because I've seen loads in England, but they don't seem to like to come up north because our weather mostly is cloudy and rain. It seems like I've taken over and now become the host, and you become the co-host, Gary. So I'll let
Oh
you
yeah,
start
yeah,
talking there.
that's fine with me. No, it, I just, I'm just like, um, I, I like since I got new devices, and these devices are for the Uber, so I'm actually kind of struggling with some things. So I'm like, I'm kind of distracted, but at the same time, I'm glad that you're talking. That's why I'm
Oh,
not interrupting.
I'll continue talking, but I know that you got yourself a new cell phone. Am I right?
Yeah, well, I was gonna have a new tablet, but I decided to not take the tablet, and I'm going with
Hmm.
another cell phone for the reason that I'm gonna dedicate that cell phone to the Uber Eats and
Right.
not put it on my phone. But
Hmm.
I was thinking that since I'm gonna put a lot of the Uber Eats stuff there, I think I'm gonna do my lives from that phone because I think I get better sound from that phone than I do my other phone. I think I'm not
Right.
sure.
Right.
I only know when I go back and hear this because I only know how bad I'm doing until I go back and hear it.
No, I mean, from what I hear, you're doing fine. Out there, associate says was in Canada for a couple of shows. Fun bunch. Yeah,
Where?
if you go to
What
Canada,
shows?
you will
Where?
see
What?
Canadians. No, we were talking about the Americans that live in the West End of Glasgow, and I have not met any Canadians.
You haven't met any
So
Canadians? I feel like
no,
Canadians are everywhere.
not here. It's mostly Americans, which are
Oh,
from
thank you, me.
the Bible Belt, and couple of people from Alabama and Tennessee that I love talking to because they sing, they
That's right.
don't talk, and I find that really amazing.
That Canadians don't talk.
Now you're getting me into that kind of situation where I'm going to change my accent to one of those, and I'm going to start moving my head from left to right as well at the same time.
Oh, yeah, man. I can't wait till I'm able to like share videos with you guys and everything. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. Like I'm like yesterday I went on my first few just to see how I was gonna do. Like I went to do some Uber Eats, and boy oh boy
Hmm.
does that money rack up quick. So I'm just like I can't wait. Like when Monday hits, I'm gonna be out there. Like once I get off of my other job, I'm just gonna hit over there, hit. Like going home, I'm just gonna start doing Uber Eats, and I should. It like I'm going home already, so it's gonna make my gas. It's gonna make my ride
Hmm.
over, and I'll be able to save money. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to get that started.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, and if you're enjoying a job, that also counts. And eat out, Uber. We have Uber, but Uber is expensive. So we have an app called Eat Out, which is a lot cheaper when it comes down to delivery.
It
But
sounds like that should
but
it sounds like that should be a dating app.
yeah, here's the fun part. We have a basic rate. Government has set a minimum wage, which at the moment is, I believe, £8.96. So say roughly about $10 an hour. So people will give tips towards the Christmas, Easter, but you can do it on the phone as well. When you come in to pay for it, you can put in, uh, and it's good. Out there, associates, you mentioned the word barbecue.
He
I
says,
have decided.
I just got DoorDash barbecue. They has to bunch. Don't tell him anything.
So a man, our dear friend goes to a barbecue and does not invite you and does not invite me. What does that say about a friend like that?
Right, I know out there. So since I mean, I thought this was my 100 sub celebration over here, and you're over here getting yourself some ribs, and I can only imagine it's ribs because when I hear barbecue, there has to be ribs if it's an official barbecue in my book.
Uh, 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 me, by the way, just so if I can make you feel better, I fed the cats at 7 p.m. It's 8:15, and I have not eaten yet. Only because I don't know what's in the freezer, and I can't really be bothered to get off my sofa and go and find what's in the freezer. Then I have to take it out, then I have to defrost it, and then I have to cook it. So,
Man, that
so
sounds like
I'm
so much
hoping.
work.
I know it's a lot of work. I mean, feeding a cat is so much easier. You have pouches. You open the pouch, and you. Right. Okay. So now he's really pulling our leg proper. We're talking pulled pork.
Pulled
Now,
pork.
come on, pulled pork.
And
So
then
if
no,
you're
no, he should you know what, he knows what he's doing, because he knows that in barbecue terms, pulled pork is the filet mignon of barbecue. He knows that, and he's teasing us with it. How dare you out
he,
there?
he can tease us as much as he likes. And me is the only reason why I'm not talking about the kind of food that I can easily talk about. And we all will be hungry at the same time because we have a lot of variety in the UK compared to what I've noticed in the US. But one thing I don't know, you guys can correct me. I was in Greenville, Michigan, and my host took me to this KFC. It was a KFC buffet. I have never seen one before. And
Wait. You were in Michigan eating Kentucky chicken
KFC,
buffets.
yeah, KFC buffet. Because I really like my KFC, but I can't eat it all the time.
Oh, it's yours? Do you pay taxes to KFC, and that's why it's yours now?
Of course, it's ours. Everything is ours. You really want me to go down that road? You know why? Do you know why the Americans, when they spell the word color without a U? Do you know why they do that?
uh, I don't know.
Because they're lazy.
I wouldn't know,
Yeah,
senor. I'm Mexican.
and,
Okay, me.
and I am not the proper Englishman that you are thinking that I am, sir.
Hey,
So what?
what's my 7-Eleven guy doing here? Eh?
I have no clue what you just said, but it sounded funny.
It was.
It sounded really funny. We used to have a Mexican restaurant, and it was so much fun that they didn't have the English translation. They were
Oh, they
all
did it?
no, they didn't. They did it deliberately. So
That's
we had to ask what it was.
that does sound like a Mexican.
Yeah, so we just used to just pick it, and half the time we didn't even know what we were eating.
I mean, you guys do you guys knew the regular stuff like tacos, right? You saw taco. I mean, tacos universal. And that's
Yeah,
like you can. There's no way you can get that wrong, right?
no. We actually have Taco Bell. We have three of them in Glasgow,
Those are not
which was
tacos.
very impressive. And I only noticed it last week, and I go on that route on the buses all the time. And only last week I noticed that there is actually a Taco Bell. So I haven't had the chance to visit it, but I will next week because I will be going in that direction. So bean burrito, yes, I've had that in back in the 90s, but I have to admit that the taste I had back in the 90s is not there anymore.
Out there, when you eat beans, you always thank people later. You're always gonna thank people later. So don't worry, you're gonna be thinking about me. If you
Hmm.
don't if you don't think about me while you're eating those beans while they're going down, you're gonna think about me when they're coming out.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, okay. I was going to answer to that one, but I would choose not to reply to that one because it was just going to be way too naughty. I mean, I've actually heard your accent. You did a live show with Miss Mandy, so I've heard your accent, and it's pretty cool. It really is pretty cool,
Me,
and I enjoy it.
you know me. Your voice and your accent reminds me of my eighth grade computer teacher. When I was in junior high, my computer teacher was Miss Peterson, and she
Hmm.
sounded almost exactly like you. I think maybe the only difference is that your voice probably sounds a little bit more a little bit more deeper, but it's probably because of the mic and the fact that we're talking to each other in a delay. But I'm pretty sure if I were to hear you like in a setting where we were both be in the same room, you probably sound
Hmm.
exactly like her. Because every from the first day that I heard your voice, I'm all like Miss Peterson.
Well, you never know. I might be a woman with with a beard and a tash that I've glued up to my face. You never know. But enemy is now here. Means now enemy is here, and he
It's a,
says, "Oops, wrong room." Yeah, that probably it's okay. We love you anyway.
it's fine. I always say get them in while you can. Get them in while you can. Eventually, eventually it will. Eventually you'll mean it.
Um, I have no comment to that one. So going back to it, when the Americans kicked out the English and the English king, uh, to be able to have the independence, what you need is you need to change three things. You need to change the language, you need to change the currency, and you need to change everything that you don't want within the culture that had conquered a country. So keeping that in mind, the spellings changed, and some of the things, for instance, is a question, but in America, what I notice is it is, and that becomes a question. So it becomes quite confusing, but now I've got used to it, so I'm
Is it?
much more in line.
Are
Yeah.
you? No, I know what you mean. You know what's funny is that I I subconsciously get real like critical of myself because like in a way I've adapted so many different like slangs
Mhm.
that I'm always like having these critical moments where like I'm talking to somebody when I feel like they're either talking like proper Spanish or proper English. I'm like,
Mhm.
I don't want to sound like a dummy.
But it can be very automatic. There's a lassie I met in the bar that I normally go to, and she's Indian, but she speaks Bangla. Now I don't speak Bangla because I've never met anybody from Bangla, but
Bangla, I hardly know her.
I met her at the bar. Man, this is Glasgow. You can never be go into a bar by yourself, and I can guarantee you that you're not going to go out of the bar by yourself. You're always going to make friends. If they go into another bar, they will drag you with them. So you're
Mm.
never alone in Glasgow whenever you go out for a drink. So I met this lassie, and we're having a conversation in English, and all of a sudden she starts doing the Bangla language, and I just had to turn around and say, "Look, I do understand, and I can speak Hindi, but Bangla, I can't speak." So it was an automatic thing for her because she saw my skin color, so she was like, "Okay." and then she just carried on, and then you had to make a special effort, and I had to make an
Mm.
effort of not going full on Glaswegian because I can't be speaking this day.
I know was this on your in your heyday, uh, P-Born?
I mean,
This
heat. No, it's not head. It's heat. HEED.
oh, excuse me. So
And the best.
this was when you were out there, like out there on the prowl, huh? When you were doing when you were doing the Staying Alive, right? The well, you can tell by the way I do my work. I'm a ladies' man.
You don't really want me singing now, do you?
I'm just trying. I'm trying to see who. I'm trying to put us there in that place where you were. How long was that? Was it like 80 years ago when you were like walking down the strip and like picking up girls and stuff like that?
What you mean is 40 years ago.
Was I off? Was I off?
No, you were still in heaven, son. You were still looking down and waiting your turn.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad my dad wasn't too lonely.
Well, I'm not going to say nothing to that. I have my excuses, and I blame my parents for it. There's so many things. I mean, I was 4 years old when my dad bought a goat to fatten him up, and then to do the barbecue thing. But being a 4-year-old, I fell in love with the goat. And it was a baby goat, so I thought it was great. I had a playmate. I'll go outside, and he would come and hit me. So I thought that was a pretty good, cool game. So I used my head and the goat's head, and we will go at it. And my mom was really worried about it, that he might hurt me. So one day I came back from school, and I wanted my bottle, so I would not leave my bottle. Bottle as in milk bottle.
Yeah, I understand.
So my mom turned around and she says, "Oh, the goat ate it." So I obviously got really angry. I went up to the goat and I said, "Did you eat my bottle?" And the goat went, "Bah," and he shook his head, "Yes." So I went, "Right, cut him up. Cut him up. I want it now." Mom could not wait a second. It took her 28 years to tell me the truth.
That she didn't want you drinking out the bottle anymore.
Yeah. It took her 28 years to tell me the truth that she lied to me. And yet we used to get in trouble for lying to her. No, the goat didn't want the foyer because the goat didn't have that much brain in those days. I don't know what they're like now. And no, there was no helmet involved. It was pure like a man head to head kind of thing.
The goat is calling Chile right now to start a fundraiser to sue P. Barnes for assault.
No. Chile recently was planning on suing another channel called Gunner TV. Gunner is in the gun that you fire.
Yeah,
Gunner
yeah.
TV.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Gunner.
Yeah, so he was going to sue Gunner for a video that he made. So Gunner TV uploaded another like a reply back. And then Chile, being Chile, was saying, "Oh, I'm not going to sue him because of him. I've got, these many people that have signed up to my account," and I'm just sitting there and I'm just laughing my arse off because I know the kind of guy he is. I have profiled him. I have written in detail. I know when he's lying, when he's avoiding things. I mean, he is not that hard to read.
Yeah. No, I read through Chile that since that first live they had with Team Skeptic and when they had all those other guys there, when Kick was there and I think PhD Tony and Artist Corporate Fiction, when they all debated him that day, you got a glimpse of everything he was. Like I saw everything he was on that on in just in that live. If you go back to that live
Mm.
on Team
Mhm.
Skeptics live and you see that again, you'll see everything that he is, like all in that one live.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I mean, I did a much more of a detailed profiling because I wanted to see every little bit of movement on his facial movement, his hand movement, and those little facial movements. Basically, when you're lying to someone and you know that you're lying, it takes point 0.2 friction of a second for your face, your brain, and your words to connect together. So
Oh, you mean you study like body language,
yeah,
like those body language experts that for people who are lying and stuff like that.
yeah, yeah. Because in my line of work, I can't help someone if they are lying to themselves without realizing that they're lying to themselves. And Omni has put in a comment, Chili is so freaking stupid. I wonder if he realized is out to be Jeremiah's scam. He did not realize that Jeremiah's scam until the FT put the video out. And funny enough, after he put the video out, all of a sudden, Chili deleted or private, made his videos private. Doing that. The bottom line is, he's going to put the money in his own pocket anyway.
That's the point. Yeah, that's the point always with him. He can say whatever he wants. We know that if because the stigma is always going to be there because he shouldn't he even should know by now the way people look at him, and so that's why he avoids those things. He doesn't like to answer to those things directly because if he does, then he acknowledges that he knows for a fact that he's doing something that's wrong, and
No,
so I think that's why he's so into like doubling down if in case he gets cornered or if anybody starts talking about it, he'll either shut people down from talking about it or just avoid the questions,
no,
because
he goes through multiple layers. And people like Chili, I've had to deal with people like him. They think on the
okay, me
spot.
have a nice lunch, bon appetit.
Oh, she's going for lunch and she didn't invite us. There you go.
Everybody just inviting us. Everybody wants to eat, be eating while they're watching us as we starve, and we see them munching on big old ribs and pulled pork sandwiches and
Yeah,
bean burritos.
yeah. Oh, there is a saying called "chani honey tittagani." This is one of the southern languages around Mumbai area, and it means that when you have beans, you sleep in your bed alone.
Well, I mean, that's if you were the only one who ate beans. But if you and your partner ate beans, then you guys could just you guys can have earthquakes in your bed.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Something similar to that. Right. Okay. Jerry, we have a question. What should I get on my pizza tonight?
What
Now,
should I
uh,
on your pizza?
Anish,
Ooh, wow.
if now,
That's
enemy, let me put it this way: do not put pineapple because pizzas and pineapples are just totally wrong.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there. I am not a pineapple. I am not a pineapple. I the, I hate. I really don't like sweet and sour. I'm not good with sweet and sour. It's like
Mm,
you got your sweet on one side and you got your sour on the other side. No mixing, please.
mm. Well, come on then, chat. Let's see what ideas can we come up with. Double pepperoni is my favorite. Uh,
Yeah,
and
I
and
mean you can't go wrong with extra pepperoni, extra cheese. Um, I mean it depends. Sometimes I like a supreme, with the works on it. Bunch of veggies, some Canadian ham, some sausage.
yeah, I mean, I'm not that greedy. I don't have any, DNA from Mexico, so I wouldn't know.
Oh no,
Uh,
that's not Mexico. That's my American side, baby.
oh yeah. Oh, one thing that's true about the Americans that they do not like vegetables. Out there associate says, I wish BSBT would grow a conscience. I do not think he's way past that stage that we can rescue him. I mean,
He
Big Wes was very lucky that because he had just started,
That's a good pizza peck.
and we all started to try and guide him. I sent him a long message, and then some other people did. Unclean Hands sent him a message as well. But he was on the initial stage. BSBT and his kind of crew and crew from California, they are past that level. They were never going to be able to see consciousness or decency or responsibility is just not going to happen. And whatever he smokes or sniffs is not helping him either.
Yeah, no, I do believe that BSBT is not. He doesn't speak honestly, and he doesn't approach any of the situations that are where people are attacking him in a way that's he looks at it, and anything to him that's criticism is just negative stuff. He can't see criticism as something to build him up. So he's always gonna fight back if people are telling him things. He's always gonna say something like, "Oh, everybody's picking on me," instead of actually
Mhm.
like shutting down any type of adversary type of conversation and letting people talk to him and listening. He doesn't
Mhm.
want to hear it because to him it's like nobody should tell me what to do, and that's his problem. It's like, dude, even people who are like got all the money in the world, who can do anything they want at any time they want, they still have to answer to somebody. Everybody has to answer to somebody, and you have to humble yourself to that idea. And when you do, you gotta be able to listen to what they're saying for you to understand what they want from you. But he
Yeah,
can't even get past that part.
I mean, he is at the stage. I mean, you have to have that brain cells that are dead, which deals with decency, consciousness, emotions. So they link up with everyone that think like them. And
Hmm.
anybody else who says otherwise, they are not willing to listen because they believe that to be a lie. Now, Jesus Zyquin did a live show, and
Where is he? I
I,
thought you said he was coming.
I hope he does. And
Oh,
I have to say that the subject he was discussing today, it was very sensitive, but I loved the way that he approached it.
I didn't even see that video. But I was hoping he would show up because I know he's willing to talk about sensitive subjects. I've actually wanted to talk to him because he's seems like a very intelligent guy, and he sounds like he's got a lot of opinions. I want to hear him, but yeah,
Yeah,
well, you don't know if he's gonna show up.
well, he will. He will. He's amazing since he's a neutral Earth guy, and I have to admit some
He's a
of his
what?
videos neutral Earth. So you have the flat Earth and you have the round Earthers. He says he's a neutral Earther, so he looks at the Earth based on science.
Mm.
So that's why he calls himself a neutral Earther.
Are you sure
But
it's not natural? He doesn't mean natural earther.
no. He says neutral. He does that for a specific reason because he takes the piss out of the flat earthers without them realizing that he's doing that. Other associates, yes, I totally agree with you that guy. I think you have seen some of my comments in the live chat, how I truly felt about this soul unchained guy. He's oh
Oh,
my, I don't know
oh,
what he
Paul
eats.
Unsli. Oh my gosh, that guy. I that's one of the guys that I have very very little patience for, and I would never let him, like ever get on a panel with me whatsoever because I couldn't I wouldn't be able to not insult him. Like he's such a he's such a arrogant piece of crap human being.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he and the worst thing about all of it is that he has not earned any of that. Like there is not anything that should make him that confident, that proud of himself. You
Yeah. Yeah.
know? It's like it upsets me to no end when you find somebody like that has no merits, no intelligence, and um no kind of achievements whatsoever, not even in the most basic fields, and wants to sit there and be an ass and tell people that he's going to educate people. Oh, I can't
Yeah.
stand that. I really can't stand it.
Yeah, there is a message that I missed. Peg just mentioned that Big West had COVID. I
Oh,
knew
he
I
did.
knew he wasn't well. I knew he wasn't well because he stopped making videos, uh, and I was wondering what was going on with him. I honestly thought that he was just taking a wee break, but at least he's done a video. He just went live, so I'm glad to hear that he's feeling well enough. Quite a few people had picked up COVID.
Yeah.
What's his name? God Almighty, I've forgotten already. Kfar. Kfar wasn't quite well, but he's come back into his normal, doing his videos and stuff like that.
Well,
It's hard.
I
It's
didn't know. I
hard
didn't
to
know he had
tell.
COVID.
Kfar did, yeah.
Wow.
Uh, right. Out this associate says it's hard to tell with some of these guys if they are serious or just actors.
Well,
I personally believe some of them are acting, while the old school, they absolutely believe in themselves. Like, speaking the way they speak to the officers, that's a total drama.
yeah.
Because they know that they can say it and get away with it. I would love to see them doing that to the police officers. I was about to say police, which is what the Glaswegian word is. To
You
try
know.
and do that with our police officers, they would last no more than 2 minutes before they get
You
arrested.
you know the you know the guys that I think, like one of the guys that I think actually believes he is doing something valuable and doesn't understand that he's fallen into a routine with like how foreigners do things. Is
Mm,
I think DMA fully believes the things that he says,
mm,
and that's why he's one of the ones that gets real belligerent
mm.
when he gets a chance to like yell at a cop. Like in
Yeah,
that traffic,
yeah.
in that last traffic stop, he got he got crazy.
Mm,
What a nut job. I mean,
mm,
the cop. Okay, even if he wants to say, oh, the cop pointed his gun or whatever, right? Okay, fine.
mm, mm,
And during the time when he started yelling at him, the cop wasn't pointing the gun. I wasn't telling him like, get into your car right now or I'll shoot you. You know what I mean? It was like, dude,
mm.
relax. You know what I mean? Like what?
Yeah.
Like but the thing is that like I honestly think that he thinks he's doing something. I'm not saying that he's doing it the right way, or that he has some sort of like noble cause or whatever. It's just
Mm,
that I think that he believes what he's saying, and he thinks that he's like he thinks
mm,
he's smarter than what he is. But that's another thing. But I just think that when he gets crazy because he thinks that he's doing something like an activism or whatever, even though it's nowhere near what it's what real activism is.
I mean, we all can make ourselves believe whatever we want to. I would like to
No,
say
yeah, that's
welcome
correct.
to
What's up, Rudy
Judy.
Chavez?
I would like to welcome Rudy. Says, "Hey guys, I've been sick. I was sick from Tuesday. Usually, I recover from flu within a day or two. I'm feeling better, just a bit worn out. Yeah, I can understand that. I hope that you feel better. Loss of fluid uh, and black tea, if you can handle it,
Black
is quite
tea.
good.
Is that
Yeah,
coffee?
There's a huge difference between tea and coffee, my friend. A
Come,
huge difference between tea and coffee.
oh, people, come on, man. You never heard the song from the Hollywood Hillbillies, Texas tea. No, okay.
No, I know I have not. But luckily, I haven't taken you seriously either.
Oh, that's good. That's good, Rudy. And it's been pretty cold out here lately, huh? We've been getting a lot of rain.
Let me suggest you one more thing. If Rudy, you can handle it. Uh, you can do black tea with 1 big spoon of honey and 25 cl, which is the cap of brandy. If you put a little bit of brandy in and put half lemon in, don't squeeze it, just put it in, and let it cool down a little bit. That also helps. And now I find out that it's warmer now in California.
Yeah, today's been warm. Today's been warm, but no, I'm just saying, like, I get why some people over here has been getting sick because we've been getting a lot of rain. We get a lot of rain. I'm surprised I didn't get sick. I know I had a bout with allergies, but that was when the rain calmed down. And I'm kind of dreading it if it happens again right now because the rain stopped only recently.
My my morning thing that I do is I watch monologue of Jimmy Kimmel, which I
Really?
absolutely love. I absolutely love his sense of humor. And when he was talking about the amount of rain that they had uh, down your end, uh, it was quite funny because we have more rain than we have sun here.
That
Ooh,
sounds depressing.
bourbon.
I'm, I'm sorry.
No, no, it's okay. I've seen the word bourbon come up, and darn, my buses run every hour now. Otherwise, I would have been down in town. No, I don't drink at home. That's one thing I make sure I do not drink at home. If I
Oh,
was going to
why? Why is
town,
that?
I mean, it's one is boring, two is cheaper, three you don't have any company. My girls are still too young to be able to drink with me.
Oh,
They're
okay, I
just
see.
about allowed. The girls have just been allowed to have catnip, and it's so funny watching these two cats after they've had their catnip. They're so high as a kite, and they
Well,
can't even walk straight.
I don't normally look to drink as a way of unwinding. So when I do drink,
Hmm.
it's always socially. Like I always when I drink, it's gonna be with friends and stuff like that. So I normally associate my drinking with hanging out with people, and I
Hmm.
always feel more comfortable hanging out at my house with and having some drinks.
Hmm.
Well, again, you go to a bar, you look, you actually talk to people. It's like, I get it. I don't think I could do it by myself. Like
Hmm.
sometimes, well, not so much, recently, but in the past when I had my shop and everything, people have a tendency to give you bottles for Christmas and stuff. You get
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
you'll get like champagne bottles, or you'll get sparkly wine, or you'll get
Hmm.
the tequila, all kinds of stuff. And sometimes I have like bottles for like the whole year, and I'll just like I'll have one, but when I do, I'll have it with friends. Like I couldn't see myself just cracking open up a bottle and just like start drinking it. I don't know. For some reason,
Hmm.
it's not the same by myself.
See, I'll give you a better idea on that one. When I get wine or champagne, and I drink vodka, but not neat vodka, not like you guys drink like shots after shots.
Oh no, I don't.
Uh,
I don't
I,
drink vodka like
I,
that.
yeah. So what I normally do is I repack them and I give it to other people as their Christmas present. But I have to make sure that anybody who's given me a red bottle of wine doesn't end up getting a red bottle of wine in return. All right, News Now and me, thank you very much for coming in and spending some time with us. Hopefully, we'll see you again soon. Uh, Rudy Road, I had to lay off the alcohol in my tea due to chronic migraine headaches. Ouch.
Oh
Ouch.
yeah, migraines are
My
no joke.
my sister suffers from migraines, and I've seen how bad it gets for her. And that what made her study neurology. So she works as a neurologist.
Oh,
Right, out there, Associates has asked you a question, and I'm not going to tell you what the question is, so you need to
I'm
read it
looking
yourself.
at it, P. Barnes. I'm looking at it. uh, as far as the Discord, no, I don't know what I did. See, my original Discord. The first one that I had was with my email, an old email that I don't use anymore. So when I went to start up my old Discord, I couldn't because I didn't have the login for the old email. So I started up a new Discord. Now that new Discord got got me locked out because I didn't put it with an email. Instead, I used it with a cell phone that I don't have the phone number for no more. So the the third one, the third.
Jerry, just wait for a second until I finish laughing. Okay, I'm done.
Being serious.
Oh, God darn. Okay, I'll be serious now.
That's fine. Okay, so this third one, and the one that got is the most popular right now, the one that I'm not on. Uh, that one, I put the phone and I put an email for it, and so when I lost my phone, because remember I told you people my phone was gonna die, and I wasn't gonna be
Mhm.
able to get back to it till I got a new one, and
Yeah.
so when I got my new phone, the other phone was dead, so I couldn't do the regular data transfer that I would do, say if the power was on. So if you do
Hmm.
that, the Discord would go into the other phone, and I wouldn't have to
Right.
put in the password because it's like saving it as if it was still logged in.
Hmm.
And so when it went into the other phone, it it my I was taking it was taking a long time, and I
Hmm.
just got bored, and so I left it. I left it to do it. And when I came
Hmm.
back, the other phone died. The phone that my phone, the one that was like getting all the information. And so when I
Hmm.
turned it on, it asked me to log in, and I said okay, fine. And like I put in what I thought was the password or whatever, and it was
Hmm.
the password. It went through, but it wasn't my Discord. It wasn't the one that I had that I had set up. It was a completely different one. But it
Hmm.
was me though. It had my picture, and I was all like, "What the? What?
Yeah.
Like, how did this happen?" And so
Hmm.
and so I logged out, and then I put my email. And when I put my email, it logged
Hmm.
in to a completely different one. I was like, "What?" It, I was like, "What?"
Right. So when you say your mobile phone, the old phone is dead, what do you mean by it? Is the battery died, or is
Yeah,
it the port
it's
that where you charge your
the
mobile phone in?
the charging port broke on it. So
Right.
since
So
the
you can replace that. You can do that
ye-
by yourself at home.
yeah, but the charging port broke, and the screen cracked, and it had liquid inside of it. So I could probably fix it, theoretically, but I don't think that now that the phone's been off, that the remember I told you that it had those spots that kept growing. I'm pretty sure
Hmm.
those spots took over already, because that's what happened to my
Okay.
tablet. My tablet got those spots, and then the minute I turned it off for an extended period of time, when I turned it on, the
Mhm.
whole thing was completely blocked off.
Oh, okay. So you basically cooked it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
but I have no idea why Discord does that though. Like, I thought I had put a two hit. What do they call it? Two whatever verification. What was it called?
Hmm. Hmm. Two
I
verifications. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I had done that, but instead, each one of my phone number and that email got a different Discord. I don't know how I did that. I'm still baffled, because there are two Discords since the Discord that I left that I never used, but they
Hmm.
have my picture.
Well, I have not used Discord, and I have no plans on using Discord because it's not secure enough. Uh, Out there, associates, he says a bit overwhelming. Yeah, it is. I've just looked at the software. I'm still the old school. I check what how secure it is. when it comes
Well,
down to data and information.
it wouldn't be an issue. It wouldn't be an issue if Discord wasn't so difficult to look for your friends, because like say like Facebook, whatever, Instagram,
Mhm.
whatever, like all the other social medias. If you fall into a situation where you get locked out of your account for whatever reason and you can't get back into it, so you say screw it, I'm just gonna delete it or whatever, just start new or whatever.
Mhm.
At least you have an idea of where you can find your friends. In this one, everything is so specific. Like, in order for me to find like Salacious, I would have to know her tag name plus like the little hashtag number that she has in order for me
Right.
to get to her directly. And then
Mhm.
I would have to hope that she shares a mutual server in order for me to directly DM her for her to see it. Because say we don't share any mutual servers, it
Mhm.
won't it won't it won't notify her that I'm trying to say hi to her unless she goes to her messages and it'll show that I'm trying to say hi to her.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I have used it. I use my Facebook rarely, but I use my Facebook Messenger a lot more. And then obviously I have the WhatsApp that I use all the time.
Yeah, yeah, you do out there, associates. But you see, the thing is that I was already invited to so many that
Mm.
it's gonna be such a pain in the ass to get all those
Mm.
servers back. Like, oh man, uh,
You did your mother never taught you not to use such a vulgar language?
oh, excuse me.
I beg your pardon. Like other associate says that it seems that you have to be invited first.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
So
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I was invited to a lot of them. I just, it's starting to become upsetting because it's cut down like my communication with certain people, and so like
mhm,
I feel weird because it's like I don't know what to do exactly. Like I'm trying to
mhm,
figure it out,
mhm,
but I don't know. I sent an email to their support system or whatever. Hopefully somebody sees it on Monday.
mhm. Because I forgot my one of my emails password for which is linked to my Facebook, and it was a bit of a pain. But I'm glad that Microsoft was kind enough to answer my email and help me like reset my password. But the Google is so hard, so difficult. They ask you where you lived, what you know address you. No,
Yeah,
I don't remember where I lived 10 years ago.
yeah, no,
Well, I know,
like,
but
and they act like people are gonna remember your secret question or whatever.
well,
Like I'm
that's
like,
a lot of fun, especially when you go down to doing the banking. You know, and luckily, among lots of questions that we have, because our banking system here is more secure than you have in the US.
ah,
So if I give you all the details of my bank card, you still can't use it because it
really?
will ask you, yeah, it will ask you for a particular password. Unless if you know that password, you would not be able to use it. So if I'm going outside the country, I always tell my bank that I'm going to such country. Then they will let my transactions go through. Otherwise, they will block my card.
Dang.
So, I mean, there is a particular ATM machines, we call it cash machines here, that I use. Uh,
Uh,
so that way, my bank is always aware where I'm taking the money and how much money I take out.
yeah, well,
Um,
that's actually that's pretty good. Like the one of the things that's very frustrating about at least our banking system, the way I see it, um when we're using our cards or whatever, it the cards kind of like have a memory of the things that we do. So the minute you do something that's outside of the realm of what they
mhm,
know that you do, they automatically will shut things down. and
yeah,
and it's a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing that
yeah,
if you lose it, you know that it's going to be protected. But it's a bad thing sometimes because it's like sometimes you're doing something for somebody, like you're trying to help somebody, and they're like, hey, what are you doing? Like, I'm trying to help my friend, so I'm gonna, like, help them pay for some groceries or something or whatever. Like, wait a minute, wait a minute. Who are you? And
Does, when your bank card gets blocked, do they call you as well, or do you have to
well,
contact
it
the bank
depends on the
yourself?
type of. It depends on the blockage. If it's blockage because of overdraft fees, they usually just send a message. But if it's because they
Mm,
feel it's a purchase that I don't normally make, or it's a very large purchase, like say something, over
mm,
$4,000 or something like that. So I forgot.
mm,
No, I'm sorry. I don't remember the new limit, but there's usually like a
mm.
limit that everybody has to
Right,
report to the bank. Like, I before it was anything over um anything over $499, and then
right,
and then they moved it up to 999.
right.
Then now they moved it up significantly more, but I don't remember what the last number was. But yeah,
Right,
if you get that amount of money, you have to report it. You have to
right.
report it. So yeah, this
If you go to any ATM machine in the UK, you can take out maximum £300.
really.
So if you want any more, you have to wait till after midnight to take out another 300.
But that's my
So
money.
it is your money, but they have limited it to £300
But I pay
for a
taxes on
reason.
my money.
No, no, no. But they've done it for a reason so that there is no fraud. Now, what's been happening is that
I'm not a
these people are
fraud.
bringing. No, you're not, but somebody else might have your card, so they have to put these safety measures.
So what they're saying
Which,
is they don't trust me with my own money.
oh, I mean, you can use your card, but you just can't go into the cash machine. You can't go to an ATM to take the money out. You can use your card all night long.
It's my card.
Well, did you see that video of this Moore went into the bank to deposit some money, and he didn't have a proper ID. He had his Moorish ID.
Oh
Have you seen that
yeah, yeah.
video?
That was Mormish. Uh yeah. That's the guy that says you broke my window again.
That one, yeah, yeah. That's the same guy. He went to Mexico, didn't he? He
Yeah, he
went
did.
to Mexico but he didn't last that long because the police doesn't take crap from him.
No, I'm surprised. I'm surprised he made it as far as he did. But it's cool. It's cool that they showed some professionalism and didn't go after because they had every right to.
Mm. I don't know what made him go to Mexico. To be very honest with you,
They didn't want him here in the United States anymore.
out of any country, he could go to Canada. I mean, I've heard the Canadian people are very friendly and very nice. So he could have done some audits in Canada, or he could have started his own temple of Mordish, you know. But God, I don't know, I mean, some people I just don't understand them at all. They just live a world of their own.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm with you.
Yeah, I mean, you get allergic to certain people. I mean, Leprechaun. I call him Leprechaun. He's the guy
Gutterman.
with the beard, and he goes out with his son. I can't take
He's
his
despicable.
voice.
He's despicable. I don't like. Okay, see, what is it? Tones did that graph. Hezekiah
Mhm.
did the iceberg. I
Yeah,
guess I guess I can focus on doing like a scale or a chart or something where it's like, but I did just like as far as like the most egregious, most like just want to choke them.
yeah. I mean,
Where
I'm
they,
allergic to his voice. What I do is
oh my goodness.
I turn the volume off and put the subtitles on, and I just read the subtitles. And now, liar, I'm now becoming allergic to his voice. So what I do is I turn the volume off and just put the subtitles on.
I've
Just
never
just
I've
just
I've never had a fondness for his voice, and I'll tell you why.
mm,
To me, ever since the first day I've heard, LIA. It was just the first time I heard him. To me, he sounded like
Mm,
somebody that was already lying. Like he reminds me of when I was I think I was like about 15, 16, and
mm,
I was getting into basketball, and like because they when you play one sport and they allow you to play that sport because they think you're gonna be on the team, they let you choose an
mhm,
off season sport, uh, so you can stay in shape. So
mhm,
I chose basketball, but on the basketball team there was two like crowds. There was the crowds that were into the style of basketball where they like the shoes, they like the
mhm,
outfits and stuff like that, you know. But
mhm.
there was the other half that liked the game. They like like the skill. They like playing it, like practicing and everything, you know. And so
Yeah.
we had this guy, and he was such like like this arrogant dude, like just like this.
Mhm,
Yeah, but the thing is that he was putting on like he wasn't. He liked to play it off like he had money and stuff like that. But
mhm,
he was never none of the things he said. Like we found out later that like he had a bad home life. It's like a whole thing. But we found out later
mhm,
that he wasn't going straight home. He had to stay like at his aunt's house and stuff like that. And the only reason why he had money was because his aunt couldn't go respond for him to get him free meals, so they had to give him
mhm.
money to buy lunch. And so that's how he
Right.
kind of got away with acting like he had money and stuff like that. But
Mhm,
LIA does that same kind of voice that he used to do. Like when he used to talk to us, like he used to try to act like, oh, like I don't know. It's like this thing that I recognize in him, and it's like you're so fake, bro. Like I can see right through you.
mm.
You're one of the most fakest people I've ever seen.
I mean, the fun part was when this guy that was apparently supporting his First Amendment. When we first time watched it, we were like, they know each other, and then bam, a couple of days later, we find out the guy who was supposedly supporting him is one of his friends, and that guy ended up getting arrested.
Are
So it was
you talking about that guy that was in there in the Friday with him?
yeah, yeah, with a beard.
Yeah, that was too obvious. Like I think if that guy would have, because I've seen that before. I've seen where people like will take up for them because they think that's
Mm,
the right thing to do or whatever, but they never go above and beyond like that guy. That guy was like straight. And I think the only thing that gave it away was when they said like, "What are you here for?" And he said, "Oh, I'm here to pick up some papers." Or, I don't know. He said. I remember when I heard his excuse, I was just like, "Ah, this guy definitely knows him."
yeah, yeah. I don't know why people have to do that. Leprechaun used to do that as well. People will come up to, oh yes, I remember you. I love your
Validation.
channel, and it was like, come on, man. As if we're stupid people here, and we believe everything that comes out of your mouth, or as we call it, come out of the other end.
Well, it is bullshit.
Yeah, yeah. I personally think you should invite Hazire.
What?
Has has you should invite him to your channel.
I have. There are three people that I normally invite without question. Today, one of them I didn't invite, but only because I don't have his number on my new phone. But
Mm,
I'll get it eventually when I get a chance to talk to him. And
mm,
I always invite Hezekiah. I
mm,
always invite Kfar, and I always invite um
okay.
corrections. Those them three, I always send them a link whenever I'm gonna go live.
So, Jerry, what you're saying is I'm a bit on your side then.
No. It's just I invite them because I hope that they're gonna pass by and it's gonna be fun for everybody. You know.
I'm offended now. I mean, people going out doing barbecues, people going out, you know, having lunch, and yeah,
Well, I'm not having
I'm
lunch.
no, I mean, and I'm a bit on the side. Like, if you got nobody, you email me and say, "Come on, do you want to come up?" And I'm like,
You
okay,
P Barnes.
yeah, yeah,
You
that's
don't.
fine.
You P
That's
Barnes.
fine,
Stop it.
Jerry.
Stop it. You don't have nobody. You have your. You have your daughters, okay?
No, but I'm talking about human friends that can speak the same language as I can. Out there, associates, that's a very interesting comment you have made that you have insults. Luckily, I speak five other languages, and occasionally I swear in those languages. And I do it in a certain way. I mean, I write the words in certain way that if you copy it and try and Google it, you would never be able to work out what the swear word means.
Well,
So yeah, I do use other languages.
you see, like out there associates, that's why I think that in order for us to keep our sanity, we need to
Mm,
like we either need to like take our breathers, or we need to take them, but we also need to recognize when one side is not holding up their end of the bargain, because
mm,
when it comes to like everybody trying to be like, okay, we don't want to be also like them, and we shouldn't shut them down and stuff like that. I understand why. I understand the morality behind it, but the
mm,
the, the truth is that these guys, they don't come with that. They are
mm,
liars. They want to manipulate the situation. If anything, they
mm,
come into anti-frauditor chats and stuff like that in
mm,
order to do the same things that they do in their audits. Is like they want to get the negative attention. They want to show that this side or whatever is not one that's going to treat people fairly. And so that's what they're
mm.
looking for. And
I
and
mean,
I say, you know what? There's no reason to continue trying to have a discourse with people who are not trying to have a discourse with us. And I would hope that people collectively, like in the community, would understand that, you know we've been through all of this before. We've seen it before. We've seen how unproductive these people are. We should have
mm,
we should have fallen into the same trap. We should move the discussion along. And if they don't want to move it along, well then, you know
yeah.
it's time to just like completely,
The,
like
the,
not give them the time of the day.
one thing that I have noticed, which very few people do, is when we watch these programs and we watch the organization they're going in to, and we know these frauditors' real names, we know their channel names. I email from the UK, and I don't know if I'm taken seriously or not, but I do email them and I do give them the details and I do tell them what they can do via
Well,
YouTube to shut them down.
well,
And
I
J Town, is it? Luna? Luna, not long ago, she went over to one of the organizations trying to tell them that it's actually illegal, and she wanted the name of the person that had struck her account. And it really does bother them. But I don't think in our community many people do that. We
well,
need to be working together to tell these organizations, private or government, what their
well,
rights are.
I would say it's not so much. I don't think it's a matter of willingness. I think everybody in our community has enough backbone, enough moral conviction that if they could take care of it, like easily, like in a few steps, like say call or leave, like when you do a copyright strike or something like that. You know what I mean? That if there was like a system like that, I think you would get a lot more, and you would see diversity in that way.
Mm,
But
yeah.
but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to answer the question out there, associates. Yes, J Town, the transgender. Yeah. The last one was when she was in the car trying to come out and nearly got herself into a lot of trouble. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, that was so
with the,
dumb.
with regards to producing, I'm always happy to help whenever like Jerry asks me to come on, and I'm getting better now that I know that I can actually read the comments in the StreamYard, so then I'm able to pick up on things.
Okay, Peg.
Look who's just come into our conversation.
Fraud Follies. Hey, you know where Hezekiah's at? I don't know.
Hezekiah,
Yeah.
Hezekiah is here.
No, 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 no. That's Fraud Follies. No, no, that's not
Yes,
Hezekiah.
Hezekiah.
No, 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 no. What? No, that's Fraud Follies. That's his Fraud. No, 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 no. That's not right.
That's Hezekiah. He says the Hezekiah show starts soon. I don't think I'll be sitting in the background much longer.
You were in the back?
Backstage. He's in the backstage.
My thing didn't tell me nothing. What the heck? It didn't. Oh, you know what? I guess I'm probably gonna have to use my other phone. Man, I thought I was gonna be able to get away with it, but this one does not give me good notifications.
Hezekiah, hello, welcome.
Hezekiah's tied up in the basement. I heard you guys talking about frauditor voices.
God.
You guys making fun of us frauditors. How dare you? Wait till you see what I'm going to do to Hezekiah tonight.
Oh, boy. Oh boy.
We're going to have to tell Hezekiah again that that voodoo doll is getting out of hand now. Really is getting out of the hand. I think what we need to do is we need to get a chain.
I've been telling Hez. You see, this is what I'm talking about. He's always giving people chances. I tell him, you got to keep that thing locked up in a box, double chain, double locks. Just because the thing tells him, I can't see, I need some light. It's a voodoo doll. Mm-hmm. It doesn't need any light. Tess, stop letting it get out. Oh, jeez.
No. We put a chain around it, around his leg, so that way that doll is only able to walk up to the toilet and back. And that's it. Not even allowed to go to the kitchen. No, this is an old joke. When Asian couple used to get married, we call it Asians, you guys call it Indians. We used to tell the groom, just get enough chain for a woman to get to the kitchen and to the toilet. But that's like the old school, goes back like 1930s, 1940s. You don't do that anymore.
Oh, come on, Hez, why you give up the ghost so quickly, man? I was ready to go along with it until we got to your live, man.
His life isn't not long because it's 9:17. It's 10 p.m. my time here.
That's right, Greg.
Greg, definitely. We're gonna have to have a quick word with Hezekiah and give him a few new ideas how to keep that voodoo doll in its place, because it seems to be taking over and doing it behind Hezekiah's back. That's just totally wrong. And we need to do something to help him out.
Yeah, yep. Oh, and the voodoo doll, since it's a frauditor, if you break his camera after midnight, he turns it to a gremlin.
No. This is the worst thing you can do. Hezekiah, I'm not that worried about. I'm worried about his mom. I want to make sure his mom's safe. Hezekiah, I don't really, he can look after himself. April Fools, yeah. I mean, who did it? Aztec did a video today. It's like, I think it's less than 5 minutes long, but it's a really cool April Fool video. Absolutely loved it.
Oh, I gotta check it out. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, because I get everything that's done last night. I normally late evenings. I usually watch it during the day, but I got the notification on that one, and that was really good.
Oh, I want to check it out right now. Oh, wait a minute.
Welcome, Greg, to the show. Thank you for joining us. Jerry's normally not that good at it, and I'm his unofficial secretary.
I'm terrible at everything.
That's why I said I'm your secretary, and I'm better looking than you are.
Oh, is that right? Well, you know what? No, it's fine. I don't care.
I mean, if you're not going to compliment me, then I'm going to have to compliment myself.
You know what? And you should. You should.
What is Greg saying? Better check
No, I love it. No,
my
I've been having
broken
a good
house
time.
list.
I've been having a good time today. You know what? I think we should get ready for Hez's live. How much you got time? Is it gonna
It's
start
got
in
another
30
40 minutes.
in another 40
40,
minutes from now?
40 minutes.
Yeah.
Outdated Associates has given you a very good advice. I think you should listen to that.
If you want to be my director out there, I'll be fine with that. Um, just make sure you invite me to the barbecue because that's what's messing me up right now. Now I'm hungry.
Come on now.
I'm not, I'm not even
Because,
lying. My stomach is like blah, 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 blah.
Jerry, because of you, I eat my dinner at 7. And because of you, I have not had my dinner yet. And it's 20 past 9. Are you feeling bad yet?
Um,
Go
well,
on.
mostly because I'm hungry, but I was associated with the fact that you've been holding your hunger too. You see, we're in the same boat.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is very true. I wonder what Haziah had today. I
I'm
don't know
sure.
if he's still.
I'm sure he had a big old like side rack of some huge animal.
I'm not going to comment to that one. I'm not going to comment to that one.
What do you mean? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about exactly. Well, the good news. Let me tell you, the good news out there, associates, is that I'm gonna probably start making real like content, like videos soon. Like like I want to say the timeline has gone from like 3 months to like maybe 1 month, and I'm excited for that. And the other part, the personal part. Well, it's not a forever thing, but I just needed it. I needed the time. I needed that kind of affection. I thought it's been a while, so that was good. That was good.
And one thing I will tell you, Jerry, it's all about experimenting things
Stop
until
it.
you get to that point where you go, right, this is the direction I want to go into. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
experiment with different things until you get into, like, I mean, there are certain people who do soft sit only. People do phototus only.
yeah, yeah,
Photo
yeah.
thinks that he's
No,
decided that he's going to take a break and then he's going to change his ways to doing something different.
no. I think
Versus Zyklon, he does all sorts of things. He goes from
yeah,
subject to subject to subject.
yeah. No, I don't think I'm gonna I don't think I'm gonna like just sit in one corner. I have a lot of opinions on a lot of things, so I just
Mm.
need to. I know that the algorithm and all that stuff is important, and like I also know that the attention span of people that are younger than the audience that comes to listen to me here is not. They usually won't sit for like an hour or two, So I know that making my
Mm.
content like 15 to 20 minutes, that's already long as it is. But I think those are the types of videos that I need to make.
Yeah, I mean, normally a video up to 25 minutes, I can easily sit and I can watch. Now, Familiar TV, he's a different type of content creator. His videos are always at least 30 to 40, 45 minutes long. But the way he tells the story keeps me interested in
Yeah.
his video. You have my mobile number anyway, and I'm not
No, no.
here for a short time. I'm here to help you through whatever
Yeah.
in whatever
No,
capacity I can.
people. I know you told me, and like I told you, I'm trying to figure out like as far as like all the stuff that I have for communications and how I'm gonna work. Because the thing is that see, I what I wanted to do was like split everything up so that I had my phone like was gonna be like for one was gonna be for communications and lives and stuff like that, because I was gonna consistently be moving the bandwidth and stuff like that. But it's not
Mhm.
gonna work out because of all the like authentication and the security and the passwords and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
I have, and I'm having the same problem with WhatsApp that I did with Discord, because I have a WhatsApp, but I have it associated with another email and another phone number. Well, I have it. The email is associated to an email that I have now, but I don't have the
No,
number anymore.
with WhatsApp, you can always, whenever you install WhatsApp on your new mobile phone, you use your phone number.
Yeah.
So when I changed my mobile phone, the last one I had was a Huawei P10. So I had it when it originally came out, and now it's got to that point where repairing it, even I repairing it by myself, is going to cost me more. So I went on to a different mobile, but I kept my number. So
Mm.
once I put my phone in, and because of Google, all my data was automatically transferred. So on now WhatsApp, I have it on my laptop as well as on my mobile phone. So laptop, well, is pretty good to do messages. You can't do calls. For calls, I use my mobile phone.
You know what, Out There Associates? You contracted yourself when you said I needed a director. So you're my director now, and I'm hungry.
Well, it's your show, my friend. You can pull the plug anytime you want to.
No, I'm serious that like my stomach is really getting loud. I'm surprised you guys haven't heard it. It's like wow, wow, wow.
No, we heard it. We heard it, Jerry. We just been very polite and not said anything to you.
Oh, Charlie. I'll direct DoorDash to go. A good director would. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you guys over there at Hezekiah's. I gotta go get to leave before I start getting upset, and I don't want to be hangry.
Well, thank
I'll
you
see you
very
guys.
much, everyone, for
Thank,
coming in and
thank you, P. Barnes. You did a great job today. Thank you.
and listening to all the, God, I don't even remember the subjects we have covered. But thank you very much for coming. And Jerry, thank you very much for inviting me
You're
and
awesome.
giving me this opportunity to spend some time with you, my friend. I will always be there. I'll help you through it, whatever capacity I can.
I appreciate you, my friend. And let's find out what happened to Jimbo. Let's not.
I really am concerned. I did say to Salicious that if she knows somebody that's in New York or knows the area he lives in, to start calling the hospitals, the local hospitals, just to see if they can,
Yeah.
if we can get any
See if we can find
information.
something, right?
Mhm.
I don't know. If I wish I had like I knew at least one of his names, like his first name or something. Like oh man. But yeah, let's not forget about Jimbo. But thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming. See you guys over there at Hez's. Yeah, and
Yeah,
I'll see if we do this again tomorrow. I'm hoping that Professor Crack wants to come hang out with us tomorrow too.
sounds good. Sounds good. I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be in the chat. No problem at all.
All
Right,
right,
you
guys.
better go and feed your tummy, and I'll go feed my tummy.
All right, guys.
All right.
Take it
Thank
easy.
you very much. Take it easy, and bye for now.
Bye bye.